Okay, Voyage 3. So in the interests of full disclosure, both of us have not read this poem.
Not at all.
So we're going to do a live analysis. Okay, so infinite consanguinity it bears, this tender theme of you that light retrieves from sea plains where the sky resigns a breast that every wave enthrones, while ribbon water lanes I wind are laved and scattered with no stroke, wide from your side where to this hour the sea lifts also reliquary hands. All right.
So we have to bear in mind that this is Voyages 3 of Voyages 2, so we can refer to Voyages 2 as we discuss for similarity in themes, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so we've read Voyages 1, 2, but we haven't read Voyages 4, 5, and 6. All right, so infinite consanguinity it bears, this tender theme. So who does it refer to?
Well, I think it may go down here to love. Permit me voyage love in your hands, but I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm not sure yet.
All right.
So infinite consanguinity it bears. Consanguinity. The word literally means a mingling of blood, a mixing of blood. I've heard consanguinity refer to friendship.
Well, it also means of the same family.
Right. Also consanguinity or friend. Yeah, good point. Okay.
Okay, the tender theme of you that light retrieves from sea. So who's you? All right, we've got to think about who you is.
I still think. Well, you know what? Let's read.
Okay, let's
the rest of it, and then maybe we can make a determination.
Let's read stanza 2.
Okay.
And so admitted through black swollen gates that must arrest all distance otherwise, past whirling pillars and live pediments, light wrestling there incessantly with light, star kissing star through wave on wave unto your body rocking, and where death, if shed, presumes no carnage but this single change, upon the steep floor flung from dawn to dawn, the silken skilled transmemberment of song, permit me voyage love into your hands. You know, I'm thinking that it might be the same topic as Voyage 2.
I think it's very similar to that. Yes, I agree.
Retrieves from seaplanes where the sky resigns a breast that every wave enthrones.
So you'll remember that in the first stanza of Voyages 2, we were talking about the moon. The sky resigns a breast, the crescent moon perhaps, and this is enthroned in every wave. These waves reflect the moonlight. And I venture this interpretation because in the first stanza of Voyages 2, or Voyage 2, I'm sorry, that's the image we were dealing with.
So he's sailing. He says, while ribbon water lanes I wind. So he's sailing through the sea.
Now, let me ask, could this be after his suicide? And these ribbon water lanes are in fact submarine? He could have committed suicide by this point.
Yeah, this could be a story here.
Right. Let's see. I wind are laved and scattered with no stroke. Could this mean that he's not trying to direct his movements underwater? He's entirely at the mercy of the water, hence with no stroke.
Yeah.
Okay. And now this is interesting. Wide from your sight, where to this hour the sea lifts also reliquary hands. Reliquary is, of course, a depository for holy remnants, usually like of saints, saints' bones or whatever. So the sea lifting reliquary hands, lifting the bones, the mortal remains. Could that refer to the resurrection from Voyages 2?
Let's see here. The sea lifts. So the sea is lifting.
Right. It's giving up its dead in the term of the term in the Bible.
Yeah. That's possible.
So, it's possible.
Okay, so let's continue.
Okay.
And so admitted through black swollen gates that must arrest all distance otherwise, past whirling pillars and lithe pediments. You know, is he in paradise here?
Well, it says black swollen gates. Maybe that's death. The gates of death.
Maybe he's in hell.
Oh, I wouldn't necessarily say hell entails punishment and torture, but just death in general, because it says down here, and where death, if shed, presumes no carnage, which seems to me that death is something that's much more peaceable.
Okay. Past whirling pillars and lithe pediments.
Yeah, I'm not sure of that one.
Light. Okay, so light is wrestling with light. Star is kissing star.
Yep.
And wave on wave as your body is rocking.
Could that be the interaction between himself and his lover?
Could be.
Star kissing star, he kisses her. Wave on wave, that kind of...
Yeah. Okay. And where death, if shed, presumes no carnage.
Right. Nothing of violence, just peaceable and painless.
But this, it presumes nothing, no carnage except this change. So what change?
We'll keep reading because the change is good. Yeah.
Upon the steep floor might refer to the bottom of the ocean.
Ocean floor, I think so.
Flung from dawn to dawn, the silken skilled transmemberment of song.
So the poem itself is being transmemberment of song. I think that just means the movement of the different parts of song.
Okay.
So it could be... Yeah. So the single change doesn't...
And then the final line, he's asking his love, can I voyage into your hands? Can I travel?
Yes. So death, this single change refers to death. So death entails this transmemberment of song. The movement of song, of passion, of love into another life, I guess. What do you think? It's referring to poetry, I think, because it says silken skilled transmemberment of song. So deliberate poetry, perhaps.
Yeah, that probably does refer to poetry.
I think so.
Okay, upon the steep floor. Okay, but I still don't really understand what's happening in this poem. So he's sailing on the sea.
I think he's... go ahead, I'm sorry.
But there's a lover in the poem. So is the lover sailing with him?
Here's my interpretation. We have to take it chronologically. So so Voyage 2 implies suicide. This one, he and his lover are dead. They have committed suicide. They are under the sea, if you will. That's my take. So while ribbon water lanes I wind with no stroke, these are just the movements of the currents under the surface of the water, and he's not controlling anything.
Yeah, he's swimming along.
So he's engaged in this kind of dance with his lover, who also committed suicide. Hence, star kissing star through wave on wave. So I think they're both dead.
Yeah,
they've committed suicide. They're underwater, and that's where we are with Voyage 3.
Yeah. All right. But what about these black gates? So admitted through black swollen gates that must arrest all death.
Death.
So maybe that's like when they died, they went through these gates. So he's referring to the past.
Or just the fact that they admitted through black swollen gates, they died. Just that.
And where death, if shed, presumes with a single chain.
Now, I'm still a little off with past whirling pillars and lithe pediments. I'm a little caught up on that line. But I think we've got the gist of the poem in and of itself.
Yeah, so I think the whirling pillars, it's the same place that has the swollen gates. So this place that they're going through, it has gates, it has pillars, it has pediments.
Maybe it's just referring to the ocean itself.
Do you think this is like an underwater?
Oh, I think the whole thing's underwater.
I mean, but is this like Atlantis? Like he has a poem about Atlantis.
I don't think this is Atlantis at all.
You don't think this is Atlantis?
This is just him being underwater because he drowned himself with it, and his lover committed suicide as well, and they're being swept along on the underwater currents. That's it.
Yeah. All right. I think that's about as far as we can go right now.